evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between our visitors and the Oakland Raiders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, just like that. Just like that. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 15, check 15. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll bite, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Well, certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Zach Line, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zuerlein connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Quick throw caught out wide by Renfro. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 52. Mike 52. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Rodgers going to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in this 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
25 yards that time. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
6-6, pull it high. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
They'll drop the throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Tight ends right. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
Let's go.
2nd and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Got it.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Let's go. Hey, watch it.
General West. Hey, Echo.
He'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Raider first down, 17 yards. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On play action, they'll throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Dexter Lawrence drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. These two teams all tied after one.
Hey, high 7.
56 is the mic. Watch the run, watch the run. Mike 56, Mike 56. I got one.
Line left.
31, check 31.
Green again.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rodgers. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The intended receiver there was Jonnu Smith, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Jones on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14. On the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 1 at the 45-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now Pollard.
I got you, boy.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
60 out more.
Back to throw here. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Bradley Chubb make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's the Raiders punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Charger drive about to get going. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
A gain of 36 yards. First down, Chargers.
So that changes things. Here's 1st and 10 all the way up at the 45. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Here's 2nd and 8. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Richardson. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Raiders punter now as he's on here to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Nyheim Hines, 84 yards. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're going to look to throw. He'll have a first down past the 40. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to. Now
back to throw. Open man has got one. It's complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Wahoo!
36. Line 36.
Pilot, 64, weak.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. Check the backer, check the backer. Watch 36. 36.
Hey, exit.
Yeah, let's go set lunch. White 36.
Hit it.
They'll set up a throw. Complete to Dorsett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Oh, you get on.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players than football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Rodgers. Airing it out. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Mike, check. 59.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Now, that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Mike's 59. Mike's 50.
2nd and 5. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
At the 31-yard line.
No. 319.
Here we go. Bound to lose 1.
26.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the 1st half. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
2nd and 6. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Pollard. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. That'll be good for 6, but now it's fourth down. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And able to find Dorsett. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 16th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Zuerlein good with a PAT, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And he'll find Hall. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Rodgers. And able to find Kirk complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 1st down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now a 1st down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 45-yard line. On the ground, Michel. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
56. I got you. I got you. Hey, take 26. 56 is the mic. 6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Check. Hey.
On 2nd and 9. Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He puts it on the ground.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard Pollard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
18 Gators.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11. Dorsett's got it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And they'll try Michel here running on the right side. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be a...
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Second and 4. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
But a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
59, check, 59. Get your swerve on.
They'll look to throw here. This one complete to the tight end, O'Shaughnessy. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Run for Pollard. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Tony Pollard, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Here we go. Shit. Number 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now on first down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
They'll run it. This is Michelle. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Nice job by the defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
318.
On play action, Rodgers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to try the jet sweep on 3rd and long. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Dorsett on the return. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
On the ready.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On first down, Pollard. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, echo.
56, check 56. 65, 65. 65.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
Here's Dorsett. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. They get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go now. 30 base.
Bring it.
Protein spill.
Kill. Hey, turn it out.
Hey, Charlie.
59 Mike. Check.
Ready?
Now back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year, but he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.